Welcome to Bastard Quest. I'm the Game Bastard Kyle.
I'm Todd.
Corey.
I'm Austin.
We're continuing to play Deadlands using the Savage Worlds rules.
Howdy.
Deadlands is a weird West RPG.
Yeehaw.
Alternate history.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Hoodlums.
Ka-chink. That's my Spurs.
Ghost horses.
Just trying to contribute.
Thank you, Corey.
What are we playing?
Deadlands.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
Weird West.
Dove Lands.
That's next week. You just played Dove Farmers in upstate New York in the 1780s. You completely ignore the Revolutionary War and just raise doves. Corey, who are you playing?
Well, not glad you asked, Kyle. Playing Colostomy Dave. He's a man of the trails.
Literal trails behind him.
Yep.
Because his shit bag is made of burlap.
Well, he's a man with a song on his lips and a bag of shit on his hips. That's Colostomy Dave. He's coming to your town.
Okay.
Tell the children.
Honestly, Corey, I keep trying to fit it to a song in my head, like Davy Crockett.
Oh, Colostomy Dave. I hope he dies.
I do too.
I think that's far too grandiose a tone.
Yeah, but he's he's basically a wizard. Just a shitty one.
Yeah.
Like,
Austin, who are you playing?
Yeah, howdy. I'm Vince Kill.
Anything to do with poop?
Nope.
Okay.
Well,
That's like the 10th different voice he's had.
Vince Kill's your nickname.
It is.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So
Austin.
what's
No one need know my other name.
It's Vincent
It's
Kellogg.
It's Vincent Kellogg.
Yeah.
There we go.
I've got a
Vincent
better
Kellogg.
nickname for your guy.
Oh, yeah?
The man with no nickname.
You know what a better nickname would be? Cornflakes.
I really just came up with something that would logically shorten to Vince Kill.
No, I think cornflakes.
Yeah, basically you're the ancestor of the Kellogg, Cornflake Man.
Yeah.
So you're super into enemas.
I think this is a different game, you guys.
Watch The Road to Wellville. Yeah. Anthony Hopkins would have a word.
This game is entirely too concerned with shit.
You named your character Kellogg the Enema Man.
I'm just
I did not.
You did.
I'm just going to call you Special K.
Cool.
Oh,
He's
there
special.
you go. Todd, who are you playing?
Wait, hold on.
I've got more.
Wait, this reminds me. The other day, I ranked you guys in my head
Oh,
God.
okay.
on your value.
Like
I see.
people?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
As friends and people
Well, I'll see you guys later.
and professional acquaintances.
Yeah.
Who doesn't do that, right?
So Kyle won.
Of
Yeah.
course.
And
Yeah.
I'll tell you why.
Now, you don't have to tell us why. It's Kyle's running the game.
No, you need to know why so you won't make the same mistakes in the future.
Oh, I see.
Kyle won for a very simple thing. He didn't make me be in his wedding. Todd and Austin did. Thank you, Kyle.
You're welcome.
I didn't make y'all be in my fucking wedding
I didn't even invite you.
or my divorce.
Yeah.
Actually,
yeah.
it's kind of punishment enough you guys had to know my ex-wife. That's true. So I already got you.
Actually, no, you did not ask me to be in your wedding. You asked me to go pick up and carry the heavy fucking beer kegs and deliver them to the reception.
Yeah, thank you for your service.
Yeah.
And I didn't know you when you got married.
Good.
None of us did.
No, you were at my wedding.
I was, yeah. It was nice.
Yeah, it was sad.
There were cheeseburgers.
It led to pain.
I had a good time.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, Kyle had the decency to leave the state to get married.
Did. It was great. My wife and I were planning a very large wedding. And by my wife and I mean my wife. I was doing none of it.
Yep.
And then one day she walked in and said, "Do you want to elope?" And I said, "Yeah."
Oh, don't say elope around Crackety Jones.
Good segue, Corey.
Nice.
Todd, who you playing?
I will say, Kyle did throw me a most excellent bachelor party, though. He
Yeah,
rented a house.
We
And
watched Kirk Cameron's Left Behind.
we
Talked
did.
about this on the Discord. Yeah. That was one of the first times I think I hung out with all of you at large outside of incidental
Yeah, it was the best night of your
Shit.
life.
I remember watching Left Behind. We watched other stuff
That's
too,
all.
though.
Yeah, we watched an episode of MST3K and then Left Behind, and then, if I'm not mistaken, Big Trouble in Little China.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And we ate a shit ton of chicken wings.
Yeah.
It was great. And I felt so bad because I posted a picture from my bachelor party and I immediately get a text from my brother going, "Thanks for the invite, man."
Well,
I was like, oh, fuck.
Todd had already made his rankings at that time.
Right?
Well, he would have been disappointed. It wasn't that kind of bachelor party.
Yeah, watch Kirk Cameron's Left Behind,
Yeah.
dude. It's a very specific crowd.
Maybe he would have been really into it. I've been waiting to see this.
Well, he hung out with him later to celebrate the marriage, but they watched the Nick Cage one.
Corey and I saw that at the theater.
We
Those
did.
are things y'all did as friends.
Yeah, instead of the wedding, I got invited with Kyle to see the Nicolas Cage
How
Left
the fuck
Behind.
did Kyle not get ranked lower just for that?
That was a bonus.
I didn't have to dress up.
I'm playing Claiborne Crackety Jones.
Oh,
Kyle.
Sure,
Okay,
sure.
that's what we're doing.
Thanks for getting us back on track, Todd. Todd's the only fucking professional one tonight.
He has night terrors. He's generally clueless. He has a horse named Grits who also has night terrors, and most of his night terrors center around an evil antelope.
Sure.
Yeah,
As
which,
they do.
which he projects onto other people when he needs to murder them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically this is a good game with good characters and
Yep.
And most importantly, no weddings.
not a one in sight.
After dealing with the greed worm, the mine, the bottom of Herc's Bluff, you three Idaho Rangers.
Chit.
Yeah. And someone's thinking, isn't that Texas Rangers? Nope, Idaho Rangers.
Yeah. You never hear about them because they're essentially the ninjas of the
Oh, yeah.
Rangers. Yeah.
Yeah.
They disappear into the shadows.
Not because they do nothing,
Oh, yeah.
just because it's silent.
How do you think potatoes are protected?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Get Idaho and Maine, the two ninja epicenters of the continental
They-
United States.
How
Oh,
many
wow.
how many ninjas have you fucking met, dude? You don't know where they're from.
Yeah, that's true.
There's Sho Kasugi and then David Dudikoff, who's got to be from Maine with a name like that, right?
Now, if I recall correctly, at the end of last episode, you guys were going to investigate the Donovan Mining Company because that was their mine in which you found the greed worm,
Yes.
Yeah, seemed fishy.
and its employees were corrupted. And we discussed how the mining company's headquarters was in Boise.
And many of the employees died when we killed the greed worm.
Yeah, a number of them did. The ones that were more affected by it.
Yeah, basically you could measure it by how large the vein of gold was in their eyes.
Yeah, Bryce McLean, for example, the local mine boss, his were totally golden. He did not do well.
No, well, he was an antelope anyway.
Yeah, that's, of course, based on Patreon member Bryce McLean. You guys are in Herc's Bluff. You're going to head to Boise. You've got two basic options for your path.
Okay.
You can go cross-country on your horses, which everybody has a horse, named after a Patreon member, and all your horses have maladies, which is our one-ring tradition.
Yeah.
It's canon.
Or, of course, you can. This is the Old West. You could take the train. Now, it's a bit more of a circuitous route, but it is actually a little faster. Though Donovan Mining Company is, of course, a more prominent presence along the railroad stops.
And it's really annoying having to buy 2 tickets for my horse because he doesn't like to be separated from me.
Yeah, I mean, there are cars for horses on trains.
No, he likes to be seated right next to me. He likes the aisle seat.
He
Wait,
said,
is he a service horse? Is that what you're saying?
That's what I have to tell people.
he says like people.
He's got the handle on his back
I have to sit him next to the aisle, and I have to volunteer to take the emergency exit seat.
for the horse. So you guys are just outside Herc's Bluff. The train is loading nearby, and north of that is a pass through the mountains that you could take if you want to move cross country.
So basically you're saying it's us. We look at train. We look at horse. We look at train. We look at horse.
Your horses will go with you on the train, of
Right,
course,
but the
you'll
train
have to sit
is
by one.
obviously more dangerous.
Well, this is
is
the
the big-
Weird West, so I'd put the choice this way. If you suspect you're going to have problems with the Donovan Mining Company, the train is more likely to interact with those agents.
Yeah, and we can't turn it.
You can't turn it. Cross country through the wilderness, this is the Weird West. There's lots of nasty shit out there.
Yeah, I'm sure if we don't take the train, the entire path there won't be fraught with fucking peril.
It'll be fine, Austin.
Well, is it going to be like traveling in the One Ring? Is it going to suck really bad?
I'm not going to say it's going to suck, but I'm not going to say it's not going to not suck.
Okay.
If we're going to encounter bad guys, I think I'd much rather encounter them on the train and have a little fun.
I vote horse.
Todd, it's up to you then.
So 1 vote for train, 1 vote for wilderness.
Horse.
All right, wilderness it is.
Crackety don't trust trains.
So what did you guys do with Russell, the prospector that has been tagging along with you? Well, I got nowhere else to go. One of his eyes is bloodshot and bleeding. I want my revenge on that dog Donovan. I know it's him.
Mount up, Russell. And the sidecar that Colostomy usually uses for his bag, he attaches to the back of Neil and lets Russell ride
What
in
is that sidecar? Is it like a tiny
It's just a wagon.
burro?
Yeah, it's just a little wagon.
Oh, it's not like a donkey or something?
No, it's like a wheelbarrow, essentially.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a stooped-over old prospector. He clambers in. Oh, snug.
At this point, Potato Pete has begun to grow potato eyes.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And tentacles, probably.
Now, when you say Potato Pete, you mean this is the potato that your character's been whittling on for 2 episodes.
Yes. And it's growing eyes, and it is beginning to speak to Crackety in a voice something like this.
I am Potato Pete. I am an elder god.
Oh, hello.
Well, it took a turn.
You must not take the train. The train is bad. You must go through the wilderness, and you must do as I say. I am a Soggoth.
So Crackety is like, and he's doing that whole thing where he's like, shh, okay, I'll do whatever you want, Potato Pete. Just keep it down. I don't want the others to hear you.
You should have to roll something to be discreet talking to your potato.
Okay.
I don't think we care.
I
We're
do.
fully aware of this.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think we're just going to say you're not talking quietly to your potato.
Sure.
It's definitely in the open. I mean, Crackety thinks he's being quiet.
But he also thinks he's quiet when he sleeps. So
Luke McKinney, the sheriff that welcomed you into town, he comes out. Well, Rangers, I appreciate your work. I'm not sure what to think of what you found down in the mine, but I appreciate you breaking up the crime ring. All the folks at Herc's Bluff are going to sleep a lot easier tonight knowing you guys are out there on the trail.
Well, we took that rod and stroked it to completion. There ain't nothing else that's going to happen in the crime in this area in Herc's Bluff, sir.
Yeah.
my friend Potato Pete said I whittled his penis off.
Oh, hello.
So the sheriff gives you a somewhat confused look. Well, okay, Mr.
Yeah, we'll be
Krakow.
on our way. Thank you for your service.
You need help. You've got friends in Herc's Bluff.
I'm
When you're
glad-
out there on the range.
He's an eldritch god, though. He said he was a Sawgoth, and I'm pretty sure they grow back.
You just tell people when you met Colostomy Dave, he was the normal one.
I will, Colostomy Dave. I'll sleep a lot easier knowing all three of you are out there just stroking the shaft of righteousness.
Blessings upon the schlong of your family.
What? What are you talking about?
Well, and the Johners.
No.
Oh, hello.
All my talk is completely innocent.
I see.
Balls.
Okay, anyway, we're gonna.
Here we go.
We should probably leave.
Right.
Cue the heroic travel music.
What even is this? What are we doing with our lives?
Oh, we're 20 minutes in.
I could have gone to Stanford.
I really don't think you could with a resume like this.
Holy shit, my
Not
marriage.
now.
My marriage could have worked.
Not now, Austin. I mean,
I always wonder why she said "fuck that podcast."
fun times. All right.
All right, so I feel like to review, Crackety's potato is worming its way deeper into his brain.
Sure.
Shitbag has the prospector
Come
in his
on,
sidecar.
man. I don't make fun of your nickname.
We're going we're going hunting for the owners of the mine in Boise after circumcising the cock of crime.
let's hunt some orc.
And Corey likes Kyle better.
Yeah, that's a good summation, Austin. Okay, so you guys are going to go cross country. This is not an unusual mode of travel for Idaho Rangers, that elite task force, storied in American history. If you're
Yeah.
European and you haven't heard of the Idaho Rangers, well, fair.
Yeah, and Idaho's not Texas. It's not like that vast. And we're up towards the little top, the little smokestack on the top of Idaho. So it's like a 30-minute ride.
Oh,
right?
is it?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Watch a Burgess Meredith movie.
The smokestack is probably like 100,000 square miles of mountains or some shit.
It might be. I don't know.
Right where the Rockies at.
I've never trusted a map.
Yeah. So we will assume your characters have all the maps you need. You've been along the rough-hewn roads that occasionally emerge up from the wilderness. You've been cross-country. You know this area relatively well as anyone could without being a mountain man or desperado.
I've ridden the chimney before.
That's what they call it.
That's what they call it.
Yeah, riding the chimney.
Although this one's not the chimney rock that most people that are in Westerns are usually familiar with.
And we've got Russell to help us.
Yeah. I've been all over these mountains.
So we basically, he's gotten off the cart and we've got him on a leash leading us on all fours.
If I had my spectacles, I could tell you exactly where we're going. So who is leading you through the mountains? to
So
Boise?
Vince Kill has a skill in tracking.
Ooh,
I've got a D6 in tracking,
that sounds reasonable.
which I would imagine will help us navigate and find our way from one trail to another.
Sure, and Crackety in an earlier episode developed a phobia of deer, so he should not take the lead because we'll probably come across some.
So, Kyle, can we say this is something Todd and I can help with using our smarts? Like a group roll?
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
I mean, actually, I think this would be a common knowledge roll for your characters.
Okay.
Crackety Jones, one of his hindrances, is clueless, so he gets a -2 to all common knowledge rolls.
Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah, given Crackety's predilection, I'm going to say Crackety can't help. Mainly because he's listening to the potato.
Well, he's a D4 in common knowledge and smarts, so probably wouldn't be that much help anyway.
Now, is that one of your hindrances?
Yes.
That gives you a Benny, I believe, right?
Basically, anytime we can reference our hindrance or personify our character more through our hindrance, I think that gives us a Benny. Much like anytime we...
Like story points.
Yeah, basically like getting a story point from one of our hang-ups in G.I. Joe.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
I will take the Benny, and I will not provide any help whatsoever.
And I do need to make a note to get a Benny for the start of the session, too.
Okay, so I'll use my common knowledge, which is a D4. So roll my wild die with a D4. Got a 4 in the D4. I can re-roll that, right?
Yeah,
Kyle?
that explodes. So, Corey, I believe somebody on the Discord did just shine a light on our rolls a little bit more. I believe all dice explode whenever they crit, right?
Okay. I trust Discord.
Yeah.
I trust our Patreon members. One of them is a Nigerian prince. And I'm meaning to tell you guys about this. He says, you know what? I'll save it for later.
Okay. So do I roll another D4 with this, or?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Okay. So total of 5. So a success. He gets a +1, right?
Right.
Okay, so +1 to my D6 with another D6 wild die. Okay, I did get a 6 on my wild die, so that's going to explode into another one. And that's a total of 8 + 1, so 9.
So that's
1 raise.
one raise. So instead of the usual 4 days on the trail,
We'll say Richter, having the possessed spirit of my dog, actually sniffs his way through the trail.
yeah, he leads you through a gap of the mountains that cuts your time down to 3.
Yeah. Looks really dumb having this horse sniffing his way through, but it works like a charm.
Horses actually have a better sense of smell than dogs.
Yeah. And when a horse,
They don't.
And when
I
a
made
horse
that up.
howls when it finds what it's sniffing for, it's blood curdling.
Yeah, horses kill more people than cars.
Yeah, sure. To this day.
Yeah, it's because we don't have gun control. First day, you're moving through the wilderness, pine forest, gentle plains, the occasional settler's homestead up in the hills. Sometimes you'll see a group of prospectors on the horizon staking a claim. And Russell gets really excited. All those, I could go over there to help him. Oh, I can't. I got this mining pick. Where did I put my pick? And he starts searching through his bag. Oh, I can't find it. I must have left it in my other mining bag. And he goes on. And the first day is rather uneventful. You start to bed down for the night.
Can we take a drainage break real quick?
Sure.
Yeah.
So what is you guys have been Rangers together for a while. So what is your custom when you guys camp? I assume you've all stayed together out in the wilds.
Yeah, Colostomy Dave finds a nice place downwind to
Sure.
drain his bag, which is, I think his butthole belly is more of a like cloaca type
God.
creature.
Yeah.
Corey.
Does
What?
it murmur?
It sputters.
Like, meep.
No, but it has teeth.
It's gross.
This gets
Sure.
worse and worse.
I don't like that I made this. There's something wrong with my mind. I need health insurance.
Agreed. Okay.
For the brain bits.
Yep.
So Colostomy Dave is staying downwind. Good.
Yeah.
Well, to drain his bag, and then he's going to come back.
Okay.
And,
Well, generally, he goes to a place downhill to spray down the trail we've left
Oh.
oh, that's
cover
a good
your-
thing.
cover your
the
tracks.
sense,
to booby
yeah.
trap anybody that might be following us.
Yeah, you never thought about that, did you, Kyle?
I didn't.
Got you.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Foiled again.
By the shit.
Bunch of bandits show up. Is this human shit?
Well, they kind of come this way. Nobody makes this much. That's a bag's worth if it's any.
That there is the shit of a giant. We don't want nothing to do with that.
It looks like an outhouse threw up. Seriously, like after a long night of drinking and fornicating in one of them brothels with lady of the evening, had way too much whiskey and beans, maybe something extra rich like a bit of buffalo. And that was the outhouse's diet for a solid week, and it was just backing up there. And then it had a good fibrous breakfast, maybe a lot of oats. It just threw up all this shit.
Yeah, that ghost rock has done a lot of bad work on our outhouses.
That's the part of the West you never read about in history books.
No.
Yeah,
And there's our bingo card entry for the evening.
yeah. The mech suit outhouses.
Holy shit.
Well, what are the rest of y'all fellers doing?
I was going to say, it's only hit 30%.
Vince works his way around the camp to kind of just scout out and make sure there's no one else nearby.
I'd also like
Okay.
to point out we've done 2 things in this session so far.
Yeah.
Like we've done fuck all.
Right.
Because we've been,
We're good at this.
yeah, welcome to Bastard Quest.
You're Idaho Rangers.
If this is your first time, we're sorry.
We will play a game.
We apologize to all nations.
Yeah.
Look, it's not like the Idaho Rangers just take anybody.
Right?
Yeah.
They do. They beg.
Crackety Jones, he beds down with his horse Grits, and they spoon. Crackety being the little spoon, the even smaller spoon is Potato Pete.
Sure.
So you have 3 spoons
Yeah.
together, and they hold each other through a long night of night terrors.
Okay.
Before they bed down, and after Vince scouts around, he does take his horse to make, and his horse sniffs around for about 2 hours.
Here's the thing, Vince. I don't know that you need to be that alert for trouble, because in addition to Crackety having his night terrors, Grits also has his. And I don't know if you've ever experienced a horse having night terrors, but it is horrifying. No one would dare come near our camp because very few people have heard a horse scream.
Except for blood sausage.
True.
Why was that not one of our horses?
So Austin, since Vince is the only one that is paying any sort of attention to perimeter security,
Okay.
you can roll notice when you're doing your scout.
All right.
And I should mention at this point, Colostomy Dave has the heavy sleeper hindrance. He can sleep through pretty near anything, and there are some disadvantages to that. Like when he's sleeping, his notice rolls are -4. And there's
-4.
yeah, there's some other bad shit too.
Yeah, -4 is a huge penalty in this game.
Yeah, but have you guys ever slept on a colostomy bag as a pillow? It's very comforting.
You know, I can't say that I have.
The first waterbed. It was actually Mike Lindell's prototype.
My colostomy.
No, Mike Colostomy is his descendant. He changes the European name of Bagoshet to Colostomy.
Oh, yes, the traditional Irish name.
Yeah, later in the 20s, the family
Yeah.
realizes Dave's mistake.
All right, so I'm just making a notice roll for my scout, Kyle.
Yes, sir.
All right, so then I'm rolling a d6 and my wild die. Rolled a 4.
So to the south, which is the direction of Herc's Bluff, the direction you came,
We see wargs.
you see a party of orcs on wargs. No, you only see a lone rider moving east to west. Maybe stops on your trail, looks at it, looks in your direction, but seems to keep on going.
Moves a lot faster after he crosses the shit-laden trail we've left behind.
Dave mutters, Nazgul.
This person is pretty far away, so presumably they wouldn't have gotten that close. I mean,
You
you
said
could
going from east to west?
yeah,
Okay.
to your south, so you can just make out that it's a person on horseback. You can't really tell anything.
Now, where is Boise?
To the north of Herc's Bluff.
Okay.
So you're heading north through the mountains. Because as far as I know of Idaho, it's just all mountains.
So we got one rider who seems uninterested in us.
Yeah, he does stop on your trail, look around. You assume probably just noticed it, but you're not sure, and then keeps going.
Meanwhile, Crackety Jones in his sleep is screaming, "You lie, antelope! My mama didn't make lay sexy with antelope ain't my dad."
Meanwhile, the horse is just going,
The horse actually kind of sounds like Jodie Foster and Nell, but louder.
oh, God.
Dave sleeps through this,
Yeah, oh, yes, he does.
unaffected.
So is anybody taking watch? Are you taking turns, or are you just all sleeping?
Oh, fuck yeah, we're going to do shifts. Vince can't sleep through any of this bullshit, so he suggests it.
Well, Colostomy Dave has to make a notice roll at -4 to wake up.
Yeah.
So he may not be very helpful in this. I'm
Well,
sorry.
that's why I suggest that, because...
And then he has to make a -4 vigor roll to stay awake.
yeah.
So yeah, let's do this.
That's why I suggest
Fuck.
that, because it may be easier if we sleep in shifts and there's somebody to wake him up versus him having to just rely on his wits to wake up if something happens.
Okay, I see.
Okay, so who's first?
Antelope shot President Lincoln.
So Vince is taking the first watch.
All right, Austin, you can make another notice roll.
Okay.
To try to maintain awareness of your surroundings.
You okay? Another D6 in my wild. I got a 5.
So the sun sets, the wilderness gets quiet. There's obviously chirp of crickets, the occasional night bird, things moving through the underbrush, squirrels, and you can hear in the distance the roar of a mountain lion.
Oh, I hear squishing.
Far to the west, you hear what you think maybe is the sound of a train, and then the howl of wolves. And once you are positive you hear a twig break. But you get
Nearby.
up. Yeah. You get up, check the perimeter, sit for a while with your back to the fire so you get your night vision. You don't see anything, you don't hear anything else, and none of the horses that are awake.
Jefferson Davis mated with antelope and made Stonewall Jackson.
So, but at some point, Russell does get up. Oh, well, I'm going to go over here and sleep behind this rock. He's keeping me up. Like he screams, and then there's horse screams. I think I heard the potato scream once, and it's a potato.
407 antelopes ago.
He's even using words he don't even know in waking life. And so Russell's like picking up his bedroll and like going out into the darkness.
Yeah, I tell you what, you'd actually do us a big favor if you'd sleep over there kind of separated from us. If something were to happen, you'll notice it first.
What?
Yeah, don't worry about it. Just go to sleep.
Tip a canoe and antelope too.
Well, see, now you freaked him out, Austin. Oh, I guess I'll sleep by you, Marshall. Can we spoon?
Never expected that question to be asked of me in that voice.
Well, I'm just scared now. On account of you were like being all ominous.
No, I'm not trying to be ominous. I'm saying you'll be very useful out there. You're already vigilant enough. You'll notice anything that happens.
I can't barely see nothing. He's still got a big red streak in his eye where the gold was, and it burned away.
Well, just listen for it.
Oh, okay. So he moves a little farther away, but perhaps not as quiet as far as he was going to. The watch for Vince passes rather uneventfully. Which of these are you picking? Waking up first.
I'm going to see if I can wake up Shitbag.
Just stop it. Just stop it. Like, I don't make fun of you ever.
Yes, you're right,
I
Corey.
don't think. I can't recall anything.
I mean,
Maybe, oh, yeah, that time of your wedding.
Sometimes Corey just sends me random texts that are like, hey, Austin's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like...
Okay, so I think given that Dave is a heavy sleeper, I think this will be an opposed roll. Obviously, Corey will be rolling Dave's notice with the penalty. And Austin, what skill are you using to wake up Dave? Kicking is fine.
Come on, man.
Well, I'm thinking about using shooting.
It's the Old West.
Yeah, that'll wake me up.
Not shoot you.
So you're going to shoot your gun to wake me up?
Yeah. I'm just shoot it up in the air. I'm not shooting you.
Oh, okay, because we're trying to not draw attention to ourselves.
Well, we've got a fucking screaming horse.
Yeah, the horse with night terrors.
Baby!
Is that the horse?
It's the horse. It's been the horse the entire time.
Right.
Crackety doesn't have night terrors. His
He's
horse
fine.
does, and he has a psychosomatic condition.
I see.
He just thinks he has it.
The mind meld has really... And now there's a third one.
Yeah.
The little feller.
Pete.
But anyway, point being...
Okay, fine.
We have attention.
Okay.
If there is attention to be had.
Okay, fire away.
All right.
Not to mention that mumbling fucking prospector son of a bitch. How does he show up in every genre? That motherfucker was in a cyberpunk game.
Central
First time he popped up.
It might one of them.
You
first
should
time.
Bitcoin miner.
What are you going to do about central casting? I mean, same character actors they keep sending over.
Kyle, as a director, is like the Coen brothers.
Yes.
When he finds a spot of gold, he sticks with it.
No, that's fair. Or Roger Corman.
Rest in peace.
Anybody that worked at Canon. Okay, so actually, Austin, you don't need to roll. I'm going to say the gunshot is loud enough that it's going to neutralize the heavy sleeper aspect of it because it's a gun going off.
Oh, okay. So then he's just got to roll notice flat.
Corey will just roll his notice, which, what is your notice?
It's a D4.
So roll a D4 and a D6. If he gets at least a 4, he'll wake up. If not, then
Then I'm shooting the bag.
Come on,
I was going to
man.
say you're going to wake up
I'll die.
Crackety.
There's not a colostomy doctor in miles.
Yeah.
Two birds, one bullet, I say.
What is it? Colostomy? What do they call them?
Try that again.
Colostomy.
I think
Yeah.
the term you're looking for is colostomatician.
No, I see. No, he's not trying to make it prettier.
Wait. Isn't it Old Testament colostomite?
Old testicle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's different. That's a urethra
That's
doctor.
the sheriff.
Yeah.
What is happening?
Corey, roll your notice.
Okay, I don't want to. I don't want to play anymore tonight,
Whiskey.
but I'm gonna. I failed like a motherfucker. Got a 1 and a 3.
Even with a gunshot going off, it does not awaken Dave. It does, of course, wake up all the horses and Crackety
Ah, okay.
and Russell.
And Potato Pete.
Sure. Also him.
Why have you disturbed my slumber?
Hey, gun going off. Bandits.
All right, it's time for the next shift. Somebody take a turn staying awake.
I'll stay awake because I don't like what I see when I close my eyes.
I don't like what I see when I keep them open most of the time, but
Come
he's
on.
still over there asleep.
Come on, man. It's a condition.
You can't help it.
God damn.
Come on, Grits. You, me, and Potato Pete are going to keep a watch.
Grits just rolls over. Goes back to his night terrors. All right, Todd, you can make a notice roll. Now, I'm going to say that the horse with its night terrors is a little distracting, especially since it's your horse.
Sure.
So you're going to be at -1.
Well, that's going to be a D4 plus the wild.
Yeah.
Crackety sings a song to keep himself awake.
Oh, that's ominous.
Before he goes to sleep, Vince sticks Grits' hoof into a cup of hot water.
So,
Damn.
yeah, that's what you want, a horse paying the bed.
I don't like Vince.
Gonna find me a rock. Gonna leave a double-decker. Yippee-yi-ki, yippee-yi-yay. Gotta watch out for antelopes. Wanna eat my pecker. Yippee-yi-yi, yippee-ki-yay.
Dave wakes up. I do the shitting around here.
That's what roused him.
Back to sleep.
All right, here we go. Rolling a D4 in the wild. Notice. Oh, I rolled a D4.
Okay, roll another d4.
That's a 1, so total of 5.
Okay. Aside from the occasional snore or horse screaming in terror,
He's used to it.
the farts coming out of Dave's butthole belly,
I mean, it's more like the sound of an aquarium, the bubbling
Sure.
from that, yeah.
burbling.
Hey guys, I quit.
Yeah, that's fair. The watch passes uneventfully for Crackety. Who is Crackety going to wake up to take the last watch of the night?
Potato Pete.
Okay.
God. Yeah, odds are better.
Okay, Potato Pete, you use them weird Eldritch God powers to keep an eye out for things. I'm going to get a little shut-eye. And he just, puts the potato on a rock.
Okay, sure. So Crackety goes back to sleep.
So is Potato Pete actually an Eldritch God, or is Crackety fucking insane?
It's a potato.
Okay.
It's just a potato.
Okay.
Few sprouts, but
All right, everyone can make a notice roll because you're asleep. It's if you're Dave, it's -4. Everybody else, it's -1.
So does that mean I'm -5?
No.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're not -4.
Okay.
all right. My notice is D6.
Got a D4.
Also, D4.
Well, Dave rolled a 1 and a 2, so that's -4.
With my -1, I got a 4.
With my -1, I got a 3.
I got a 15.
Hey.
God damn it.
Jesus.
So none of your characters wake up, but Russell is roused. Who's going there? He sees a dark figure silhouetted by the fire.
Very disappointed that Potato Pete did not notice this.
Potato Pete stares at this stranger, unmoving, gives no warning. The stranger looks at Russell and says, "Oh, mighty fine group of companions you got on the trail, Prospector." Yeah, okay. You just get on now, or maybe you. And Russell starts to wake up one of you. He reaches towards Vince's blanket. The stranger's hand claps on his wrist. It's green and cold. "I don't think so, Pilgrim. None of you are roused by Russell's muffled screams. You all awaken, rested, especially Dave.
Oh.
Russell's there. He's rested. I slept on a rock all night."
Oh,
But yeah, you guys are fine. Everything's fine.
damn it, Kyle.
Hey,
But you all failed. You didn't hit a 15.
How could we fail on a 15?
Look,
how
I
could
didn't-
we even beat that?
I didn't make myself roll an 8. God did.
Dreams told me that buffaloes is just big fuzzy antelopes. Good morning.
Is that right? Okay.
Yep.
All right, well, we're hitting the trail.
So you guys hit the trail, and Austin, every time you move to get into the saddle, Richter just steps away.
What the fuck's the matter with you?
He keeps stepping away and eventually starts trotting off to the east.
Hey,
You follow him, and you hear flies buzzing. And about 50 yards from the camp, in a dry-washed gully, is a body. It has been completely skinned. It's hard to tell. I mean, it looks vaguely human, but it is in bad shape.
Vince looks at the eyes.
They are bloody. They did not fare well when they were, when the skin was ripped off around them.
Let me put it this way, Kyle. Is it reasonable to assume that Vince would at least look at the eyes, having dealt with what they've dealt with so far?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you can try to can
Okay.
examine the body. What skill are you using to do it? Give it a once over here.
I'm going to stick with notice and see if I can correlate the body with any of the oddities we've witnessed thus far, not counting my compatriots.
Sure. So you can roll your notice. It's going to say it's going to be at a -1 because I mean it's
Yeah,
complete. It's bad.
that's reasonable. All right, so I'm rolling a d6 and my wild die. Oh, I rolled a 6. That's a total of 9 -1, so 8. So success with 1 raise.
This is definitely a person. Definitely a man. Judging from what's left in the crotch. You don't notice anything. There's no gold in the eyes or anything of that nature.
Okay.
But yeah, it looks like someone was skinned from head to toe, and there is no sign of their skin.
Vince looks around at everybody and says, "Y'all, there could be a stranger amongst us."
Is it a badger? I saw a badger once.
I don't know, but there might be something wearing a human skin. We don't know who to trust, and we're all very tired. Isn't that what they say in the thing?
One time when I was a kid, I walked into my daddy's bedroom and he was in there. He was wearing a human skin, and he told me I should not ask any questions.
Well, that's fucked up. Of course, Crackety could have been in his 20s when that happened.
All right, so noted, I guess, but
Yeah.
I guess we have to move on.
I mean, you can start killing your compatriots just in case. Yeah, I mean, unless you have something else you want to do with the body.
Okay, well, if we're going to go with the thing logic here,
Sure.
one of us has been possessed. Dave knows it's not him. So he walks to the center of the circle and is like, all right, one at a time, everybody dip your hand. And this one, I don't know what it'll do.
Logic does not. This is. We've reached the limit.
I ain't thought it through, but this will reveal, because one of y'all be okay with it. And Dad will tell us the scoundrel. Hooves, too.
It's one of the horses.
I think it's safe to say none of us really suspect much has happened here other than there's a dead body right by our camp.
Yeah.
That's been skinned alive, which, let's be honest, happens daily in Idaho.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's just
that's
peeling
true.
a tater is what
Yeah.
they call it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the eyes was a good idea. Unfortunately, I mean,
They peeled the eyes.
well, through the skinning process, that there's a lot of
Expert
bad going there.
peelers in this state, so we're just
Yeah.
fucked. So I guess we just get back on the trail.
Yeah, I mean, we're basically just going to get back to traveling. There's no reason for us to suspect anything, so.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that.
Well, yeah,
There's a fully skinned human body very close to your camp. But
Oh, it's Thursday, isn't it? Skinning day. Put the trash out, skin your neighbor. That's what we're doing.
But you guys continue on the trail, heading north to Boise. Yeah, the second day, again, passes uneventfully.
We'll put it this way, Kyle.
Yeah.
I'd like to make a long-term action using my notice.
Okay.
And you tell me how you want this to work.
Yeah.
Over the next few days, I want to see if my companions travel the same way that they did before the first night.
Sure.
But would your character have reason to be suspicious right now?
Well, I mean, like you said,
Like in the thing way,
like you said, we know there is a being that has been skinned, and a lot of the supernatural stuff is not a secret in this world. I mean,
Sure.
we know of the existence
Yeah.
of Ghost Rock and the capabilities that it gives to all of these monsters that have kind of awakened. I think it wouldn't be outside the realm of possibility to at least suspect that there could be, even if it's not an immediate companion, to suspect that anyone they might run across could be something in disguise.
okay, I'll meet you halfway in that logic. Can Colostomy Dave roll an occult roll to see if there would be some kind of suspicion brought up by a skinned body?
Oh, that's great. That's way better. I like that idea.
Yeah,
even
I
more.
agree. I'm great at this.
Yes.
Okay,
You
thank
can. Yeah, you can make an occult roll. The more raises you have, the more you will know about that sort of thing.
Okay, Dave's got a D8 in occult.
I'm going to say this is at a -1, though, because you've never personally encountered any.
As far as you know, what do you think the bag's made of? Got a 7.
Okay, so that's a straight success.
Yep.
Dave has heard through his occult circles of strange creatures that come out of the wilderness that can, as one contact at a New Orleans gambling house told him, take a man's skin and wear it about like a suit. Skinwalkers, they do call them. And that's all he really knows.
I'll tell y'all one thing. As sure as my sack is heavy, I've heard of these beasts before. They can take a man's skin and walk around looking like Robert Ford or whoever they want to look like. Somebody famous.
Sure.
Like I said, my daddy used to walk around in skin all the time, but he says he was doing it for Jesus.
Russell takes a step away from Crackety. So do most of the horses.
So does Potato Pete.
Potato Pete's like, screw this. All right, Corey. So, what is? Are you going to do anything with that information other than tell your compatriots about it?
Dave definitely gives that information to everybody. Can that be like a boost to future like checks of some kind, notice or smarts or something like that? Or
Yeah. So normally there would be a notice penalty to notice a disguised skinwalker.
Okay.
But given that you guys are now aware that this is a thing, that penalty is going to be reduced on. So, for example, Austin's notice check on the rest of the ride since he's watching everybody like a hawk.
Okay.
So, yeah, Austin, you can go ahead and make your notice roll to cover the second day as you're watching your compatriots closely, particularly the shifty potato.
All right. So notice of D6. I got a 5.
So, while moving on the trail the first day, nobody acts untoward or unusual in any way that piques Vince's suspicion. Everyone acts pretty much like they did previously.
Except Vince notices toe-shaped protrusions from the top of Russell's head, meaning the skinwalker got in upside down.
Classic mistake.
Uh-oh. Rookie.
Corey, actually, I meant to say that. Of course, Dave can make a notice roll as well.
Okay. Got a D4 in notice. Got a 6 in the wild die.
Ooh.
It's 10.
So that's a success with 1 raise.
So Russell, so Austin's point about the eyes was spot on.
And we notice Russell's talking quite eloquently lately. And this way, fellows. Yonder towards the chasm.
And it's not only toes, he now has like full legs sticking out of the top of his head.
Well, that too.
He's new, Todd. Give him a break.
Yeah.
But Russell had a big bloody gash in his eyeball because of the
Exploding gold.
exploding gold. But his eyes are fine the next day on the trail.
Huh.
Perfectly healthy looking. For a mining prospector.
Right. They're yellowed and one's going the wrong way.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, he's jaundiced, but,
Right.
But yeah, the obvious injury is that was there before that was easily visible and daylight is gone. And it occurs to you that would definitely be something difficult to pick out
Okay.
in darkness.
Okay. Colostomy Dave looks to Crackety and Vincent and says, "Let's go water these horses, fellers." Is there some kind of like stealth or something we can do to kind of sneak away from?
Yeah, I mean, we have stealth.
Yeah, you could use stealth to try to slip away while Russell's doing something with the fire or goes off to take a poop.
Okay.
Not everybody does it just in their bag.
Come on, man.
I'm just saying some people do that.
I mean, would you not?
It actually sounds really convenient.
Think about the time you'd save.
Yeah. It's fair.
Corey, I'm a father. That time is precious.
Yeah, well, okay.
That is also true. Yeah, you guys can all roll stealth checks to try to slip away.
Okay. Vince has a stealth of D6.
D4 for Colostomy David.
D4 for Crackety. Ooh, I got a 6 on the wild die. So that's a total of 9.
Nice. I got a 4.
I got a nice brown 4.
Well, Crackety slips away like a ninja.
Is that boy from Maine?
He's just somersaulting over rocks. But you guys creep away from the camp. You're pretty sure you did it in such a way that Russell didn't notice.
Fellers, I just noticed something about that prospector. I don't think that's the same feller we cut out for the trail with.
I know exactly what you mean. I don't think it is either.
Is it an antelope?
Don't mind me. I'm going to empty my bag while I'm down here, too.
You have to do that while we're down here. This is a secret meeting.
Oh, no, it's a koi pond. I ruined it.
Some farmer comes around. My decorative koi
I
pond.
invented that.
They're very sensitive fish.
Not in Asia for some reason.
Here in Idaho.
So, yeah, Dave essentially just tells them that he noticed the eye
Okay.
to his occult visions.
So, is the best course of action going to be to try and ambush this creature somehow, or do we just turn around and confront it?
I say we go in guns blazing and bags full, fellas. But do we need some info from this son of a bitch?
I don't really know that we do. We know where Boise is.
Well, that's true. So I think Dave, knowing that this is an occult creature that
Sure.
could be dangerous, I think we go in as friends and try to subdue him some way other than just a full-on attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's an idea. If are we at the end of our traveling day, Kyle?
Yeah. You guys have made camp for the night.
We're all getting ready to set up camp and things like that. I'll take the first watch again. And if you guys could refrain from going to sleep, we could basically see,
No guarantees.
if we could ambush him that way.
Okay.
Okay.
So you guys go through your normal routine. You get a fire going. You get the pot on.
Fluff my bag.
Yeah, when you come back, Russell's got the beans going. He's like, I made beans just like I do every night because I'm an old prospector.
Thank you, Russell. But them's is pine cones.
Oh, sorry.
That's the other tell.
He takes 2 pine cones out of the beans.
It's like, I fixed all this human food for you, like beans,
Well-
and pine cones, and cactus.
I thought it might add flavor.
Hell, it's actually good eating. I don't know how I'm going to pass this one, though.
Oh, God. Well, I didn't think you'd have to.
I pass everything.
So you guys, you have dinner, you drink bourbon probably, play cards, and then the moon gets high.
On edibles or...
Yeah.
Yep.
Gotcha.
And you're all, kind of moving around, looking at each other, about to make your move. And Russell says, "Oh, I guess I should tell you, fellas, I poisoned the beans."
That's what I figured.
And we'll make poison saving throws next session.
Okay.
Cliffhanger.
All right. Well, that was an adventure.
Technically.
Yeah, things happen.
We said words and there were things.
Yeah. For all of you waiting for the action, for every Star Trek: The Wrath of Khan, there's Star Trek: The Motion Picture, and this is where we're at right now.
I mean, I think it's dramatic gold.
This episode was a lot of money shots of the Enterprise.
Yeah. Just V'gers and a prospector.
I think of it as our megalopolis,
Thanks.
but better.
But we still had fun.
Nobody's seen Megalopolis.
No.
Well, anyway, I continue to enjoy Deadlands.
Yeah, I really like the system. I really do. Savage Worlds so far has been a really fun system all around.
And it's been really easy to kind of catch on to making the rolls and figure out how to adapt them to the situation and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward.
It is fun, even if this particular episode was our Gene Dealman.
And speaking of rolls, if you're out there playing RPGs and you got to make some badass rolls, statistically we can't say these are going to do better, but we bet you'll do better if you roll Norse Foundry dice.
That's right.
Every die rolled in skin, they say, right?
I don't think they do.
Well, put in the discount code SKIN at checkout and see what happens. Probably nothing.
Don't do that. In fact, if you're buying any Norse Foundry dice, make sure to, first of all, go to norsefoundry.com. That's where you'll find them. And if you're buying shit on the checkout page,
Buying a shit bag?
I ain't selling.
on the checkout page, make sure you put in the promo code CHAM. That's CHAM for 10% off.
And we would also like to thank our sponsor, Barrel and Bond, 100 Broadway Street in beautiful downtown Paducah, right there on the banks of the Ohio River.
They have brown liquid that's actually good.
Yes. And you can have it served in burlap.
They'll pour it in whatever the fuck you bring in. I'm
right.
sure. Yeah.
We would also like to thank everyone who listens, and particularly our patrons. We love you.
Yeah.
We got into a lively discussion this week after starting out Deadlands and talking about our favorite Westerns and things like that. So if you're a patron, get in there and jump in on that discussion.
On the Discord.
Yeah, my favorite Western is Quigley Goes to France.
My least favorite patron is Marjorie Taylor Greene. I will take her $2, but I will not like it.
No. It's very strange. Very strange woman. Thank you for listening. I'm Kyle.
I'm Todd.
Corey.
I'm Austin.